But I know there's different colors, and there was all the monk dudes. Matthias says, I definitely didn't mind the reskins in Khazan, though. It was tolerable. Yeah, agreed. Oh! Oh, okay. Can I breathe, sir? I just was coming down the ladder. You jerk. And what the heck are you doing? Oh, lovely. Headshot. Okay, well that was fun. Let's go around here. Maybe where it wants me to go. Okay, let's check over here. I want to see which path has been blocked off. On these side quests, you typically have massive areas just completely blocked off. There you go. Oh, we're saving, folks. I love that. Be free, subordinate. You don't even have a name tag. Are you good? Free Khazan subordinates left behind in the linen mine. Okay. That's one. I wish it gave us a number. How many subordinates does Khazan have? Oh, hi, puppies. Come on. Y'all are just posturing. We don't have time for that.
We're all going to be executed. What should we do now?
Wait, what happened? Oh, come on. Stream's dead again. I don't understand why it does this. So frustrating. Is it back on? Let me see. I will check to see if it's back on. I am just so frustrated with that. It has nothing to do with internet. I don't understand why it's doing that. I look at the speed test real quick while I'm checking everything else. I don't even think it shows I'm live. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing the Game Awards. It's clearly not what's happening, so... Oh, that's so frustrating. It's been doing this stuff for freaking weeks now, and I don't know what to do to fix it. I need to, let's see, cancel this Game Awards one and then continue on with the one that we just did. And again, it's duplicating. I think it's a YouTube thing, guys, because it even has the same thumbnail. This is not the thumbnail that I had on this video. I'm not understanding. Twitch died too, but it's back on now. And I just checked. So Streamlabs says nothing. YouTube says that it died. And I'm like, yeah, naturally. It said it just went offline. Everything is updated on my computer, so I have no clue what it is. Oh goodness. And the problem is, it's because we're talking about the Game Awards. I think so. Now so what it did is it pushed it canceled my existing stream and it pushed to the one that I had scheduled for tonight. It's so annoying. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is probably end up canceling this one, or see, I'll just change it right now. That way we just stick with it. I don't know why it's doing this, but I'm gonna edit it real quick. I can't edit it because it's live. Lovely. Stream sniped. Again. Khazan Part 7. I featured Khazan Part 7. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I apologize, but that's super annoying. And then we'll just add in some thumbnail art that actually matches what game I'm playing. I don't have a proper thumbnail right now because it deleted it. And see, something's going on. I don't know what it is. And we'll pop that in right there. Okay. All right, so it should be somewhat fixed. They're listening. That's kind of creepy. That is kind of creepy. They may be listening in. YouTube died, but then I went to your YouTube homepage, clicked on the live, and it was showing and it worked. You know what's funny is that this has been happening, guys, and I don't know what it is. Everything on my computer is updated. Streamlabs, everything is updated. The only thing that happened that was really weird is when I was going through all the updates, what was it? Oh, Windows 11, it reverted back to Windows 10 somehow, and I don't know how that happened or if it's even possible, but it happened. I don't know how. AI things. Seems that way. So yeah, thanks Walter and Matthias and everybody. I don't know what happened, and I apologize for that. I wish that I could I just don't know what it is. If I don't know the issue, it's not the internet. It's certainly not the internet. I don't know what's happening and why it's doing that. And the problem is that I'm not getting the notification, you know? And that's, I thought it was a Streamlabs thing. Who just shot me? Oh. Initially I thought it was a Streamlabs thing. I was like, oh, okay, it's just because Streamlabs wasn't updated. So I updated to the proper version and... Dang it. Wait, where did this guy go? Oh, that was him. Okay, he ran out. Where are you guys coming from? I wish I knew what the issue was, because then I'd fix it, but I have no clue what's going on. So it makes it very difficult. Jar baby, mayhaps? No, no jar babies. Oh, there's a bunch of people here. Okay, cool. Sir? We traded.
Thank you.
Then where do we go from here? The path seems kind of closed off. And there's no further way down, right? Nope. Where do we go now? I heard the jarling. I hear it really close. Ah, here it is. We're scattered all over the world. Yes, I can find you. I know I can. See, like right now, excellent stream health. So it's like, what? What is happening, man? That's the 1, 2, 3 combo we like to see.
General Khazan would never betray the Empire.
But I apologize. I know it's frustrating for the stream to act up, and I know as a viewer I probably wouldn't be as tolerant as you guys. So I think we need to really figure out and troubleshoot what the issue is, because I don't want to. You know, for it to become a frustration or a chore for you guys to just have some fun and watch, you know? So I don't know how to troubleshoot what the issue is, though, because I'm not getting anything from Streamlabs or anything indicating there's an issue, so it's a little concerning. And when I check the internet's like stellar, so I don't know what... It's not that. The software has all been updated. I don't know what else it could be. My computer's old as hell. It's like 7 years old, so that could be a thing. And Windows 11 is not happening either, so like that could be another thing. You know, it could be because I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything. I was just updating everything, and it went from 11 to 10 again. And I was like, how is that even possible? But when I was on 11, it wasn't working the best anyways, so I don't think it's, I don't know. It could be that. It may not be. So I think we got both soul stones, did we not? Let's see here. I guess we can upgrade some stuff. Oops. Walter says, not sure if this is relevant, but old Reddit thread said to check auto pause in your settings. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing all this down then because, or I'll type it. Auto pause. There's just all these things that seem to be not working appropriately, and it's just weird because it's like everything's updated, you know? Like that's obviously a big step and all that. So it's like, I don't know what it would be. Okay. Auto pause. I was also looking at the drivers because I was considering reverting some drivers back because there's one, it's like kill or something, and it impacted how much bandwidth you could have at any given time, and if it was exceeded, it would automatically stop. And so I did at one point change that because it had been updated, and then I started experiencing issues upon the update. That was months ago, and then ever since then I haven't really changed anything, just kept updating as, you know, as suggested, as advised or whatever. So everything should be fine, but it's just so strange. But I definitely don't want to make the experience like a frustrating thing, because if I'm watching somebody and it keeps messing up, like, you know, it's hard to stick around. So I definitely don't blame you guys, but I want to make it to where it's easy and it's not a chore, and it's you know. Oh, that guy's dead. Matthias says, oh, he's laughing at rocks. I'm just thankful Astrobot didn't release any dang DLC so Expedition 33 can get the awards that it rightfully deserves. Wait, what do you mean Astrobot released DLC? Sort of a nutcracker. You know, they didn't even mention Khazan, they didn't mention Wuchang, they didn't mention the Lies of P DLC, and that's what makes you know and kind of confirms that this is whoever the highest bidder is, you know, that's who's going to get the most screen time, and whoever is buddy, like as much as I appreciate Khazan's, Hideo Kojima's stuff, like I haven't played any of his games since the Metal Gear series, so it's like, you know, he's a real buddy with Jeff Keighley and all that stuff, so it's like, I doubt he's paying $3 million per 3-minute trailer. You know, it's just like, it's just about like the connections you have and stuff, and that's really not fair in my opinion. Like Astrobot beat Black Myth Wukong. Like, how is that even possible in any way? Dude, this dude's making me mad. Okay, are you done? Now you have to fight me one-on-one. You're screwed now, buddy. The only thing I wish is that if enemies are backing up, that doesn't automatically just get them stamina. Like, that's so weird to me. Like, they back up and, oh, stamina just regenerates like crazy. Okay, you're just gonna die then. I was trying to break his stamina. Oh, there's the actual boss now. Look at that. This dude just turtles, man. All he does is back up. This is not even fun. You coward, man. You want to fight like a coward, you will die like a coward. Get stabbed in the back. Oh. For me, Black Myth Wukong deserved Game of the Year. I agree, Rox. I honestly agree. I strongly agree. I think it was robbed of that reward, and it's very disappointing to see something like that happen in a place where it's about to be about the game. It's supposed to be about the games. You see, then it's largely political, and I don't mean that like I mean that in the sense that it's just a matter of like money and showing face and connections and who shakes hands with who. It's not about who truly deserves it or has, you know, and that does not make any sense to me. That is greed at its finest. But yeah, I'm not very pleased with the direction they've been going, but at least it's something. It's something to at least, you know, we get information. The way I see it is, despite all the bells and whistles and the Jeff Keighley smiling everywhere, shaking everybody's hands and saying lame jokes, at least you get to get information on what games are coming out and you hear about it first there. So, you know, it's a great spot to obtain information at the very least. Next thing we see is that Beyonce released a game and she'll take over the whole show. Oh yes. And then Taylor Swift in response will try and do the same thing, and then they'll just keep going back and forth, and then it becomes like an MTV thing. We're, you know, all over again. I 100%. Oh, they are cooking a new awesome game for 2026. I think that I wonder what game. I don't know who in particular. Oh, you're talking about Black Myth Wukong? I don't think the game's coming out next year. Probably 2028. But yeah, Black Myth Wukong sent me an email today actually, and they are sending even more information and another gift box for the Chinese New Year. And it includes some information on Zhang Kui. So I'm like, oh my god! And of course they're so kind. They always ask for permission, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I'll share what I can, you know, when that time comes. But that's very exciting. Let's go see what other missions we can do. I 100% concur and agree, Rox. Hence why I made those Astrobot comments. In my opinion, Astrobot ripped off BMW. Yeah, same. BMW. Yeah, the shield enemy was so incredibly cheap, and that was not fun. All they do is back up. It's like fighting a human in Dark Souls 1 PvP, and that was also miserable. When they did that, when they just turtled behind their shield. Gosh, that was annoying. I'm glad I killed him though. Got behind him and stabbed him in the back a few times. Okay, we've done everything. Now what? Is there another area that's been opened? Not that I see. Has a third region been unlocked? I see it. Top left. Cool. We're in the third region already, guys. Making some progress. What's over here? Oh, nothing. Death. Death by gravity. So right now it's showing excellent stream health. We'll see. Definitely gonna do more research on the stream interruptions. I'm gonna you know, re-download or install Windows 11 this weekend. And we'll do some test runs. But tonight I will be doing the Game Awards show, so we'll see. I knew Yulian to be a man of integrity, but his account of Ozma was difficult to believe. On the day I was banished to the Stru Mountains, I heard rumors of Ozma's fate. Falsely accused, eyes gouged out, and executed. Why would Ozma betray me and join hands with the Emperor? I must meet Troka and uncover the truth. If Ozma is indeed alive, I shall seek him out to confirm it myself. So, As we know, Ozma is a bastard. Troka is one of his trusted, like, mages or advisors or scientists or something. I don't remember. So we'll figure out and relearn exactly what she is, if she hasn't already been, like, transformed.
We must find Troka. She is our only lead. If we start searching the village, we should find her.
Very good. Those... I can't tell. I was gonna throw a javelin at their heads, but I don't know if they're good or bad. Like, the guy with the cape looks bad. Oh, hey, they're just gone. They just disappeared. Lovely.
Strange. The chaos-infected ones disguise themselves as the living.
Are they bad? We'll go with that. They're purple. Humans don't bleed purple. Oh, another shield, bro. Ow. Well, need more stamina, that's for sure, because that's annoying. Having those pauses like that is just, it really feels disgusting. You don't like to pause because, oh, I don't have stamina, so I can't strike. That's one of the worst feelings, and it's very, very punishing in a game like this. And that's one thing that I don't like, the rhythm break. It's such a significant break in rhythm that it just feels very punishing. Don't get cute with me, monster. Rock said, told you. What'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, more stamina? Yeah. Stamina is definitely important, but man, it just having those, since I'm kind of spamming potent blows to break through the shielded enemies, that's the only instance where you truly feel that, where you're desperately trying to break the stamina or just deplete the stamina gauge of a shielded enemy. And in potent blows are the only things that do that effectively. And so, man, it just feels gross whenever you're like, well, I can't do anything. Can't move because I'm out of stamina. And it's definitely like almost feels like a punishment in the sense that you can't strike or do anything without stamina. Whereas even in other Souls-like titles, lack of stamina means you just can't do certain things, like maybe a dodge or maybe like a full strength strike. Here you're just like, I'm just gonna take a breather for a bit. Feels terrible, I say. That break in rhythm is never a good feeling. Yeah, you did tell me about the stamina rocks. Matthias says, Inhuman, were you ever able to release those unboxing videos that you had previously mentioned of your opening your gifts from the BMW team so I can drool and revel in my jealousy? So that was supposed to be on what I was going to have rebranded as my, like, that third channel that I have, that I just have, you know, and that was where I was doing the reactions and so, uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, it's this guy. So that third channel, when I was doing all these award shows and stuff like that, it kept getting demonetized and things like that because of the stupid music that they use in some of those award shows. So I was like, man, that channel's starting off and I'm already getting like threats of copyright strikes and all that, and I was not really happy with that. So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to change my tune and completely go with a different direction, as opposed to it being like the reaction channel, that I would just do live anything on this channel, whether it be reactions, streams, gaming content, whatever. And the third channel is gonna be something different. I can't say what it is yet because I'm still like making it be that way, but yeah. So those videos, I didn't even get to start recording them because I kept getting demonetized, and that channel then wasn't able to take off because I wasn't able to ever, you know, get any kind of engagement that was trackable and workable towards my getting remonetized on that channel. So kind of sucks. If and when I do that, it'll be when I get a new phone, because I still have like an iPhone 8 that's like I don't know how many years old, but I will be getting a new phone at some point, you know, probably like early next year, and I'll have like a proper camera, that way you can see like in really good, you know, quality. And we'll be doing a lot of the unboxings from those gifts and those packages that they've sent. So yeah, that way we can at least showcase those. But yeah, unfortunately that was never able to pick up like I wanted, simply because all of the copyright type strikes and things that I was getting on the channel that I was trying to remonetize. So it was a disaster, because none of that engagement goes towards your monetization metrics, because they're trying to discount it because they're saying, oh, well, you used copyright this or this and that. I'm like, oh, come on. So it was really, really scummy. Really scummy. Rock says, if you want to do a carnage, you really need stamina and willpower for the dual wield. Stamina and willpower. Okay, a carnage. I'm assuming that's a really powerful strike or combo. Walter says, PTSD. This area reminds me of Wuchang, the camp where you fight the tiger guy I couldn't beat. Oh no. Don't you worry. Remember, we beat him in so many different ways on your behalf. We use fire. The kitty cats don't like the fire. Rock says, Walter, I understand you. Don't you worry. That nightmare has been pushed aside. Oh, another shielded enemy. Lovely. See, that does no stamina damage whatsoever. Like, that looks cool. It does nothing in terms of damage, though. Stamina, anyways. Which is really the only damage I care about. Get out of here. No tigers today, Walter. If there are any tigers here, I will slay them for you. It will be known. There will be no tigers today. Matthias says, that's funny. You mentioned the new iPhone Inhuman, like Kurt Cobain said famously in one of his songs, sell the kids for food. I was telling my wife the other day she has to pop out more babies because the new iPhone's out. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Yeah, I have an iPhone 8. Like that is very old. You know, like it doesn't even have the same iOS that most people's phones run on, you know, stuff, because it's like this old. I don't care about like things like that, you know, like shiny things, phones, material things. They don't really intrigue me or motivate me. There's other things that I like, you know. I have other vices, video games and stuff, for example, but so and I take care of anything I have. So like the iPhone is in great condition, so it's like I don't need another phone. Like I'm not one that's like, oh, this came out, I have to have it. Like I've never been like that. Which is funny because it's like those little marketing things don't work on me. But I would certainly oh, I just can't hit this guy? Lovely. If anything, you know, I would keep I'm trying to, we'll continue to keep the same phone I have, but I eventually imagine at some point after like nearly a decade, I'm going to upgrade. and I want to have a better camera. If not, I'll just have another type of camera, like an actual just like standalone camera that I can use specifically for capturing the unboxing videos and things like that. There's another little thing I'd like to do as well that it's been in the works for many, many years. And I've been creating content since 2016, and I've had all these ideas for alternate channels and things like that for so many years that it's funny whenever sometimes like it's like, man, well that didn't ever, you know, we're still kind of in the preliminary phases of that one, or that channel didn't come to be. So there's all these ideas I have that would, you know, kind of cover the nearly every vertical you can think of from different channels, or different variety of content, things like that. So it's gonna be fun. There's still so much more growth and so many more things I can't wait to share it from with you guys in terms of what I can show you content wise. It's so much fun, and all these great ideas I've had, I just think you guys would really, really enjoy. Let's see, there was something that caught my eye. I could get the stealth kill on him if I just go around, so we'll go around. Mr. Kitty, what's up, Mr. Kitty Puss? How you doing? He's Big Dad. Walter says, "Oh, iPhone 8. I thought I was holding out with iPhone 11. Yeah, I have an iPhone 8, and it's like, again, I just don't really. I'm not really like, oh my gosh, I have to have the newest, shiniest thing. I'm just not material. I'm not driven by material things." Mr. Kitty says, "Big Dad, you ever finish Sekiro, you handsome man?" Oh, you bet I did, son. I beat the tar out of that thing. I beat Sekiro on my very first playthrough with the Bell Demon, and then I did subsequent runs in Sekiro with Charmless and Bell Demon, and I completed every single gauntlet. I've done like everything possible in that game. I am gonna do a level 1 challenge run very soon for Sekiro, so that'll be fun. And then I was thinking of something like maybe like prosthetic arm only or something like that. There's something in particular I had in mind, but I don't want to spoil it. So I do have some thoughts of doing that. I went ahead and revisited Khazan because I never finished my fists only challenge run. So I just came and started a brand new fresh file, and we're jumping into this game with just a regular playthrough, no challenge run. But yeah, absolutely. And how are you doing, friend? Brother, an iPhone 8 is crazy. Indeed. Indeed it is. Tired Cat says, "Hello, fellow feline." Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, cat. We love the kitties. We love the kitties. That sounds so weird. Oh my gosh. No, I meant like cats. That sounds so weird. I'm gonna be see, 10 years from now, when I'm like YouTube rich, they're gonna be like, "You remember that time when the Inhuman one said this?" Cancel, immediate cancellation, because it's gonna be taken out of context. Yeah, that was terrible. I can see that happening now. There's another thing I said too, and I will never forget, and it was really funny. And I'm like, yep, I'm gonna get canceled for that too. I can feel it. I can't go that way, okay. Purposeful geometry there. Matthias says, "Marketing scams and hidden agendas don't work on me either. I'm thankfully immune. I don't need the next great model that literally looks and does exactly the same thing but costs 2,000 more exactly. I don't need another lifelong commitment." Mr. Kitty says, "Glad you like Sekiro, man. It's honestly such an S tier game." Sekiro has become my favorite Souls game, period. And since that experience with the game, it has become my favorite game of all time. Bloodborne held that for a long time, as did Ninja Gaiden Black years before it. But I will say that Sekiro has just become that game, and I knew and anticipated, and that's why I didn't play it for so many years, that it would just knock down Bloodborne from that throne that it was on, because it's just a fantastic game. I mean, there's literally nothing that I can say that's wrong with it. In terms of Sekiro, and every other Souls-like game I've ever played, there's always been that, you know, I love it, but man, I hate this part. This part's kind of sucky or unfortunate. There's no such area in Sekiro. Not only that, but you can pause the game. Oh my gosh. Not only that, but there are no rats. Every other Souls game has to have rats. There's so many quality of life things like teleporting from different areas, teleporting from under the water. There's just so many great things about that game. And the fact that you only have like what they would consider one base weapon, you don't even feel limited in any regard because the prosthetic, the Shinobi prosthetic, obviously does such a great way to diversify the combat. That game is fantastic. That is my favorite game right now of all time. I don't think anything will be able to beat that for quite some time. And I mean that. Like, that is such a special game. I've played it non-stop since. And you know, if you noticed, the PlayStation did the 2025 wrap-up. It summarizes your gameplay and all that for this year. Sekiro somehow made it in my top 5, and I literally just played it a few weeks ago. So it is insane. I wish it had a proper DLC too, but the boss rush mode and things like that, those are things we've always asked for and wanted in these games. And for them to finally include that, what an idiot. It's just so nice. He died. So it is the best game I have played in such a long time that it's now ranking as my favorite game of all time. It's just insane. Bro's getting banned. Probably gonna get banned for that one. We will defend you in the future, I promise. I'm gonna be like, you guys were there. We need some context. You're gonna have to make a statement. I like shiny things, but I try and wait out for a good deal. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know, like, I don't fault anybody for liking those things, but for me, like, to constantly pursue those things, like, I don't know. I have a very, like, addictive personality. So if I were to get on that little train, like, I would be very, like, stressed. I'll be, oh, gotta get this, you know, and that's why I'm like, I'd rather just not partake. Is this water that I can stand on? That doesn't look correct. I think I would die. Pretty sure I would die. There might be a way to lower the water level. You son of a mother. I was looking. Wish it got a proper DLC. Me too. But I will say, like I mentioned earlier, the boss rush mode and all that, like, that's just a feature that is incredible. Not to mention the fact that when you use consumables in that gauntlet or in any of those reflections, that it doesn't take items from your base game. I mean, again, just incredible things that, like, easy quality of life things that make such a big difference that in other titles, they just simply didn't do that. They made it more of a chore. They made it more difficult purposely. And it was something that didn't make a lot of sense to me from a design perspective. But yeah, that game is incredible. And I've done all the gauntlets, I've unlocked all the skins, I've done all that stuff. And I'm going to end up probably showing and doing those on stream too. I'm working on a 100% guide, very slowly, just documenting everything along the way, the different alternate outcomes for certain quest lines, and, you know, unique dialogue you can only get if you do XYZ kind of stuff. So I'm definitely working on that for you guys, even if the game has been out for 6 years, because there's going to be a demographic of people that haven't played it, and then there'll also be, you know, no one's going to do it like I do it, right? Like, everyone has a different style, so I definitely can't wait to show you some of the tips and tricks and really fun techniques I've learned along the way in my, like, I don't know, 100+ hours, which doesn't seem like a lot. But every morning I wake up and I kill Inner Ishin just to warm up, you know. Senor, Bloodborne and Lies of P made your top 3. Absolutely, Lies of P is my favorite all-time, my favorite non-FromSoft game of all time, hands down. Followed by possibly Wuchang Fallen Feathers. This game's very, very good as well. Lords of the Fallen, very good as well. Those are a lot of great non-FromSoft Souls-likes that I absolutely love. But Lies of P is by far one of the best. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know why, but whatever. We can upgrade some stats. Watch FromSoft's next game, Duskbloods. That will be a remake of Kingsfield. It's time to go back to the beginning and roots FromSoft. Shoot. You know the funny thing? Oh, you meant Sekiro, not Senor. I thought you were being like, sir. Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Lies of P made your top 3. Bloodborne's always been one of my favorite games on my main channel. You guys know that that game in particular is a big influence on me because my main channel, the icon is even me in like Bloodborne garb. So definitely adore that game. But because it hasn't had any attention or whatever, there are some dated things on it that are a little frustrating. I always mention specifically 4 quality of life things that they should change, and I always forget what they are. But it's the fact that you have to go back to the hub, the restocking your consumables, things like that. It's just very poorly done, forcing you to have to go back, and that's something that's just an annoyance in my opinion. I should have gone the other way. I definitely missed some stuff in this area. But yeah, Bloodborne is definitely always going to be very memorable and probably second best game of all time. I love Ninja Gaiden Black and all that. Those are, that was, for the longest time, my longest reigning favorite game. But Lies of P is very unique in that it's my favorite non-FromSoft game. It's been such a huge part of my lore channel as well. In fact, the next lore video I do will be covering something that I wanted to discuss in that I just never really got out because I just kind of got distracted and life got in the way. This last, early winter, October and on, it was just, things were just a mess. But now I'm really just inspired to get back into it. And the lore channel, start covering things lore-wise. I'm going to be jumping into Sekiro lore as well. So that'll be fun. No Wukong mentioned. Shameful, Dad, shameful. Wukong is incredible. Black Myth Wukong is absolutely incredible. Definitely one of the best games in general I've ever played. It's probably one of the best action RPGs I've ever played. It's a game that you think couldn't be real because it just looks so amazing and it plays so well. And that is certainly one of my favorite games of all time as well. It's just not like a soul. I don't consider it a Souls-like. And I was primarily talking about Souls-likes, and that's why I didn't mention it. But it is an action RPG, as all Souls-likes are. Souls-likes are just a kind of a subcategory of action RPGs of the genre. So, but yeah, I love Black Myth Wukong, and I was furious when Astrobot won Game of the Year in lieu of Black Myth Wukong. I think I'm going backwards, guys. Yeah, I opened all these doors and killed all these villagers. Okay, whoops. Oh man, you guys are saying some great stuff. Rock says, waiting for Lords of the Fallen 2. Mortal Shell 2. I actually was accepted into the into the closed beta test for Mortal Shell 2 that's going to begin next year. So I'll be able to share whatever I can with you guys on that as as time goes on. So that is something that's really great. Lords of the Fallen 2 will be fantastic. The funny thing is, because Lies of P was taking up so much of bandwidth for me, I was not able to ever showcase Lords of the Fallen. I had begun a 100% guide on it, but I'm going to just play that game and do a fist-only challenge run in Lords of the Fallen at some point in time prior to the release of the new game. Okay, so there's this guy. I'm going to tell you every game that I'm interested in just a moment for 2026. In fact, there will be like a summary video kind of like doing like the highlights of 2025 and then most anticipated games for me for 2026 that I plan on covering. So we'll be covering all that stuff in video format as well, not just casually on stream. Lies of P was my first Souls-like, and Inhuman's videos are what brought me to his channel. Oh, nice! Which Souls-like should I play next? Oh man, there's so many different games. Wukong is very good. But I don't consider it a Souls-like. It is an action RPG. I don't though. That's very debatable, but that's no issue. Another great Souls-like that you could play would be Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I thought that was fantastic. Rock says 2026 will be savage. Freaking Astrobot, indeed. Tired Cat says, Mr. Kitty, what brought me to the game was the aesthetic. What kept me there was the story, the NPCs, and the depth of relationships between them, and the parry block mechanic. This game also has a fantastic kind of like guard mechanic. Wolong has excellent gameplay, but the story is just going to be largely missed by us as like, or by many of us as like Western viewers or players, because like it's like rooted in Japanese history. So, you know, it's kind of like going to go over your head unless you're like, oh, I know Japanese history, so then you can appreciate it better. But you know, the Neo series is pretty fantastic in terms of gameplay as well, but that is largely debatable because most people play these games like a traditional Dark Souls type game, but it's a Team Ninja version of a Souls-like, so it's very complex from like a combat perspective. So if you're talking like simple mechanics, great story, great visuals, Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a great one to get into. It's more of a dodge-based mechanic versus parry and block, though. Uh-oh. Ah! Okay. You know what? You're not gonna get away with that. I'm a little mixed up. Uh-oh. I just broke the wall. Wait, what? Was that intended? I am so confused right now. What the heck is this? I thought Wulong was kind of eh. I only played it for... Wulong was kind of... I played it for a few hours and it hit for me. So it was very much a Team Ninja kind of... Was it Team Ninja? I think it was. It's very similar to like Neo in terms of the mission format and all of that. Oh, that looks cool. I definitely enjoyed it, but the story for me was where I lacked a little bit of like interest, just because it's just over my head, you know. But I did enjoy. Oh man, the gameplay. Gameplay was fantastic. Gameplay was so good, and it's so satisfying. Very much focused on the parry and block type system as well versus dodges. Like in Lies of P. And in this game, I think that dodges are just as equally powerful as a block or a brink guard would be in this particular game. And you typically don't see that. What was this? Ah, okay. We've gone full circle. Matthias says, dude, I can't wait for your closed beta test showcase of Mortal Shell 2. Eagerly anticipating that game, but I gotta get through Code Vein 2 first. Also, since I'm a Metroidvania fan, MIO. Did you like God of War 2018 and Ragnarok? I love those games. Those games are fantastic. Some of the most memorable action RPGs of this time. You know, I'm no doubt about it. Definitely ranked up there very high. In fact, I was the world's first to complete a fist-only run in God of War Ragnarok, so I do like it a lot. My very first playthrough, in fact. I just figured things out on the way like I normally do. But yeah, I dabbled in God of War, and I've played through the trilogy and many of the side ones. And back before YouTube was even a thing, I did the whole God of War difficulty thing, and you found out that Kratos had a brother long before anybody else. It was cool. So yeah, I am quite familiar with and very happy with God of War and the reboot. They've been so good. All of them have always been fantastic. All the main games, anyways. They've always been so good. See, what am I thinking here? Because I'm drawn to go down here for some reason. I guess I can just go around. Thank you for the suggestions. Absolutely. As well, Resident Evil Requiem. Can't wait. So many games, so little lifespan. I know it. You're so close. Uh-oh. So close to something. Probably a fun boss fight. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they are bad. So stoked for Resident Evil Requiem. Me too, Mr. Kitty Puss. happily platinum them. So I'll tell you my list of games. I took my notepad back again because I was like in bed just like writing notes. It's so funny. I'm just like, I couldn't sleep last night, so I was like, let me write some stuff here. Well, obviously this was before the lights went out, but because I wasn't like writing in the darkness. But my notepad's over on my nightstand. So with that being said, there are several games that I can recall, at least in somewhat order of release date, that I'm going to be covering for 2026. So after we play through Khazan, we're going to play through AI Limit, which I know Matthias is going to love that, and Neo 2. And we're going to do a Neo 2 Fist Only run. Those will be the two games we play prior to January 30th, which is when Code Vein 2 comes out. I will be covering Code Vein 2, but I don't anticipate finishing it in the initial run because February 6th is when Neo 3 comes out. And Neo 3, sadly, not sadly, but is just honestly going to take precedent because it's just, in my opinion, a game that I value more and prioritize more, because I did play Code Vein, I loved it, but Neo 2, I haven't really played through that much. Loved Neo 1. Neo 3, the demo, and it was the alpha, actually, was incredible. And I really, really can't wait to see their kind of take on semi-open world, because it's fantastic. They did so well in the alpha, and the patch notes for the alpha were phenomenal. So they're listening, and the game's going to be incredible. After Neo 3, we have in March 19th or so, Crimson Desert. Those are then all of the announced release dates that we have. Tonight at the award show, they're going to then announce Phantom Blade 0, so we'll have a release date for that. I'd also like to have a release date for Onimusha Way of the Sword, which would be my 5th game I plan on covering. Mortal Shell 2, which will be the 6th game. And then Lords of the Fallen 2, which would be the 7th game that I plan on covering. Resident Evil Requiem's coming out in February. The anniversary, I think it's February 20-something. And I will be playing that as well. So that's about 8 games that I definitely plan on covering no matter what. The only thing is I don't have release dates for Onimusha, Phantom Blade 0, Mortal Shell 2, and Lords of the Fallen 2. So those are 4 games I need release dates on. For Code Vein 2, Resident Evil Requiem, Neo 3, and Crimson Desert, we have the release dates for those. So that's all the way through, that's January through March covered pretty much. I hope that all the remaining games release in all the way up to summer or later, but I have a feeling that Phantom Blade's going to probably release pretty early next year. But anyways, those are the games I'm going to be covering. Most of them will have guides, some of them will have lore, and then they'll probably all have challenge runs in one way or another. I am going to play AI Limit. I have played AI Limit. I demolished the demo when it first came out. And they then reached out to me for like a creator program thing, but then they didn't provide any exclusive content. So I was like, you guys made it seem like you're going to give us like exclusive stuff, but they didn't really deliver on that. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to cover that right now because I mean, it was like a screenshot. I'm like, this screenshot is like, I could search the internet and get this, So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this creator program thing that they were inviting me to, because they had no exclusive information. So I was kind of like, turned off by that. So Matthias says, yes. Oh, the relic. Yeah, the relic will be cool. That looks pretty creepy. If that even has any more than just the awesome trailer that they showed us. I'd love to see more. I'm extremely skeptical for Crimson. It could be terrible and it could be fantastic. I think it's going to be a nice boss rush type game. Very cinematic combat, so I think it'll be decent. I don't think it's going to be like world changing, but it'll be all right. Matthias says, yes, AI Limit. Maybe you can absolutely decimate the 2 bosses that I unfortunately couldn't surmount and get past, which in turn led me to rage deleting the damn game. Oh, no. Blood pressure pills and deleting the game. Mr. Kittypuss says, I can already feel the horrible performance in the game's not even out yet. I hope not. Not to say it in a bad way, but I hope you're wrong, because I am hopeful for some of these games to do well. And I'm talking from like a console perspective too, so maybe that makes a difference. Matthias says, hopefully Relic, the first Guardian, is good as it appears to be, but well, then again, it could always get the Bleak Faith Forsaken treatment. Yeah. Another game that I need to play that's kind of ass. But it's not officially in my backlog, so I'm not worried about it. Hey, little guys. So many games to play, I tell you. But Khazan was part of the backlog, so beating this game was going to feel fantastic. Additionally, getting through Neo 2, that was the very first game I ever streamed on this channel years ago. Never beat it because I was playing it like Dark Souls and I was miserable. And finally circled back to Neo 1 after stopping playing that game and did a fist-only run and loved it. Fell in love with the series after that. So I'm going to do a fist-only run for Neo 2 as well. Before, you know, sometime between December and January. So before Neo 3 comes out, Neo 2 will be beat. I hope I'm wrong too, man. Yeah, I hope so. Just because I love for a game to succeed. You know, I don't want to see a game that doesn't perform well and the vision's completely lost. I really do think of video games as like interactive art. And so it's like, I understand, you know, how passion projects can like fail sometimes, but I also do like to see, you know, those things succeed. I at the same point know that it largely revolves around money, and because of that, there's always going to be that whole like, we got to make sure we hit these deadlines and things like that. And I hate that, because that then forces a lot of shoddy launches and things like that just wouldn't happen. So there's a ton of new things that have been unlocked now. I guess we'll continue forward in the, I'm assuming, the intended way that they want us to search this area, and then we'll go back around. But yeah, I love video games, man. It's a big part of my life. Obviously, my career. So it's something that I really hope to continue exploring in every way possible. And even, you know, like I've said many times before, I will suffer either a bad story for excellent gameplay, or I will suffer gameplay for an excellent story. You know, and I've done it before. But if everything's just falling apart and nothing's coming together, then there's something disconnecting. Whether it be they're too heavily influenced by the investors and that pressure, or it's just a shite game because they just weren't talented enough to put together their vision, you know? Illusory wall. Okay, never mind. So I'm sure we could drop down there and not die. How did I miss? Those guys came out of nowhere. Grime 2. Yeah, Metroidvania-wise, we got some excellent games coming out as well. I never got around to that demo either. Haven't got around to that demo yet. Okay. 100% games are art. Oh yeah, I've been playing Cyberpunk again, says Mr. Kitty Puss, for the last like 2 weeks. Can't get enough. How was that update? I know they did a big update. There was like some vehicle type stuff. I was part of the that whole era of Cyberpunk whenever they pulled it from the Xbox game store and on consoles and things like that, because it was just so bad, and I never got to revisit it after the fact. So then I started a file months ago. Oh my gosh. And was starting to play it, and I'm like, yeah, this would be a game that I could definitely sink some hours into. But it's on the Xbox in my bedroom. And so, you know, I only play it like a little bit, and if, you know, my wife wants to see and stay up for a little bit or something like that, you know. But it's not something that I play every night or anything like that. But I haven't played it in months, actually. But a few months ago, I started a new file, and I'm like, yeah, we'll play it every once in a while and get through some of the stuff. Oh, lovely. Thank you, sir. Shoot me in the back. Oh, the lock-on is real. The force is strong in this one. Grime 2 is going to be great. How can you not love them all? Art at its best. I do. I do love games in a very, you know, like in that way. I think they're just fantastic. And that's why I even have appreciation for games that most people are like, yeah, this game's ass. I'm like, well, like, you know, I see the original vision, you know, and I see that what they're trying to do. And that gives you like a newfound appreciation of the game. And that's why more often than not, you'll see that I go back and revisit games that maybe I was kind of, I would say, prematurely judging unfairly, you know? Because I'll be the first to tell you, like, you know, I don't like this game. And I'll tell you because I just kind of biased or whatever. But at least I admit, I'm like, I don't like it because this one's better in my opinion, you know? Most people will be like, no, the game's this, and because of this, and because some streamer said this, and some article, IGN said this. I'm like, all sources that aren't credible to me. Like, what is your opinion of it, you know? And so that's why I always think about things like that. It's like, try and give it a chance. Whoa, I didn't know I did that. I panicked. That works, though. We're going devil trigger mode. That was so funny when they made that Devil May Cry reference. Very much more akin to Neo's kind of like soul form or whatever. You are tanky as all get out. Oh, you have webbing, do you? Lovely. My gosh, what the heck was that about? Was it really worth it? Okay, we have this up here. I can check this out before we go back around. Oh, nice. You've been playing since launch. That's awesome. I took the risk to pre-order Crimson Desert and the Relic already. I'll not get Code Vein 2 because I didn't like the first one. I enjoyed Code Vein quite a bit. I didn't play it until many years after it was released, though. You know, the only thing with Code Vein that turned me off was the fact that initially, right, it was such a mystery of what the game was going to be. The trailers and everything was just so like, what the heck is this? You know, you had no clue what it was going to be. And then it ended up becoming like, oh, it's going to be a Souls, like, oh, okay, cool. And then it's like, okay, it's like anime Souls pretty much. And it's good. I like the premise. Gameplay's very solid. The bosses were very fun. I mean, the game was good. The game was very good. It just didn't leave like some lasting memory of this game was amazing or life-changing, you know? My life didn't change much. Still a very good game, though. But I will play Code Vein 2. And... Oh, lovely, thank you. I probably won't finish it though because Neo 2 will come out within like a week, so I don't think I can finish a whole Souls-like in a week. Not on stream anyways. So I'd have to postpone it just for a bit, beat Neo 3, then circle back around to Code Vein 2. Which is, it's fine. You beat the game on 1.03, nice. So I'm sure you've enjoying the new updates and all that too then, that's great. Okay, we have a bunch of like, what is this? Probably a cave. Oh, this would be where I would have fallen down from the beams, right? Yep, it sure is. Okay, well then I would have been stuck here, grabbed the item, ambushed, and then jacked up by all these people. Right now the game's at its best it's ever been, but it's flawed at its core, so there are cracks. Very similar to Skyrim. Oh yeah, a game that big, and you have that many moving parts, there's gonna be issues. And I think that's okay. Because it's a living world that you're being able to peek and peer into. And for them to create that world and invite you into it, I think that's a beautiful thing. So it's like, I appreciate it, you know? Even those little things, sometimes that's the charm, you know? A little bit of charm to those little bugs or whatever. Okay, let's take a look at the gear. What is stronger? Honestly, I'm going to keep this. I don't use charge attacks. I don't even really know how to do them, so. That's awesome, though. I love hearing all this stuff. Now we can go up the ladder. Yep, the bugs don't bother me at all, says Mr. Kitty Post. Even if it adds... Yeah, if anything adds charm to the game. That's precisely what I said, which is so funny. Because I think it's the same thing. Even with FromSoft and all its jank. I mean, it's got some some pretty janky games and janky systems and mechanics that they just like, you didn't fix that. And people just eat it up, you know, and I think that they should do that with other games and genres as well, because yeah, I mean, they're not going to be perfect. Is this where the courtyard was? No. This is where that item was when I looked down and I was like, how would I get this? Ah! I got the hermit pants. I think I did make it here, yeah. This is where it was dry. I can go there, technically. And then there was another path I just completely bypassed because I was getting distracted. I guess technically here, right? Let's go ahead and pull this lever. There's so much stuff. Okay, that's required for me to then go around. Okay, we're done. We're done with this area. Yeah, FromSoft jank gets like all the forgiveness and everybody just swings off the nard sack that is FromSoft. I'm like, I love FromSoft. Like, they make great games. At the same time, it's like they also do some stupid janky stuff. Like, and everyone's like, no, it's just great. It's great. I'm like, no, it's janky. Like, they should have fixed that. And you have the same exact issues with other games, and it's like, oh, this game is so broken. I'm like, y'all have like all these double standards, and I don't like that. To me, it's like, if you're gonna be critiquing something, a particular mechanic about a game or whatever, like, do it, or a flaw, it should be done fairly. But people are just really biased when it comes to FromSoft, and it's so annoying. That's why, as great as Elden Ring is, I don't even like it anymore. It's been ruined by content creators and streamers. I'm new to gaming. What FromSoft games are janky? They all have jank to them, and they all have some like game-breaking ass things to them. But it's just like a thing that's kind of like, oh yeah, that's just FromSoft. Like, you know, there's a lot of weird, like, the cameras typically are pretty horrific in these games. So this is where it wants me to go. Okay, so we're gonna go back. I mean, almost every FromSoft game I can think of, except Sekiro, has something that's like, wow, that's broken. I can't even think of examples because it's so commonly accepted as okay. But camera, I mean, the camera angles are terrible. The collision detection is usually really bad. So camera angles, collision detection, the wannabe platforming sequences in games that you can't even jump in. I mean, it's got some pretty bad stuff. But it's like, why the hell would they even do this? Did I ever go here, guys? I didn't. But yeah, it's an exact, like, it's a very specific degree of jank that's like, what? Yeah, all of them, exactly. After 600 hours of Elden Ring, I've had my share. I'm done. I platinumed it and I'm done. I was the world's first to do a Frenzied Flame torch only run, and a few other runs like that, and I'm done. Tired Cat says, this is making me feel better about starting Dark Souls 1 the other day and bouncing off pretty quickly. DS1 is a huge culprit. Whole game is hopes and dreams. S tier though. Man, I'm getting all of the Souls like goss. Yeah, the games are fantastic. I mean, and although not all of them aged well, they're still, you know, there's something to the experience of playing a FromSoft Souls game. You know, Demon Souls in particular is just one of the most memorable, and for the longest time it was my favorite FromSoft game. For a very long time, in fact. Long before Bloodborne came out. Then Bloodborne, and then now Sekiro. Alright, so let's see here. But yeah, at least, you know, in this chat, you're gonna get the honesty, like, not just like, oh, we're Souls-like elitists. And it's like, no, like, I'll tell you, they've been some pretty janky things they've done. Or just, you know, performance-wise, not the best. Or whatever, you know. But it's fine because you support and you love it and you appreciate the big vision. But so we'll do the same for other games just because they don't have FromSoft in the name, you know? You can't just discount it immediately or discredit it immediately, and I think a lot of people do that. Trying to go for a headshot. If there's one archer there, I was assuming or anticipating archers elsewhere, but I guess not. That's not breakable? Epic music is epic. This guy is dodging every single one of my moves. Lovely. Bloodborne remake by Bluepoint for PS6 launch. Oh, that'd be a thing of beauty, wouldn't it? With those 4 things, quality of life changes that they need to update. Being able to teleport from lantern to lantern, restocking your stuff upon resting and not going back to the damn workshop. There were 2 other things I always talk about when I'm streaming Bloodborne because I'm in the know of it. But yeah, 2 other things. I'm like, fix this, and then the game would be perfect. It nearly is. It nearly is. But Sekiro just simply is. It simply is flawless, in my opinion. Remember me, Chet. Remember me. Coco, baby. Let's see. We're going to go this way. Ah, I couldn't block all these. I have to kill him, if I may. What the hell is the guy on the right shooting at? You missed! You foolish. You foolish fool. I'm telling you it's gonna happen. I hope it does. I doubt it, but it would be great. This is where I would love to be wrong. Please, please prove me wrong, because I would be so happy. I would be so happy. So how many soul stones have we obtained? 3 out of 5. This is a large area. That's then the gate that would have taken us back. So again, incredible level design in my opinion. This game has fantastic level design. People really hark on it because like you're reusing levels, but they change a level when you revisit it so much so that it's just barely recognizable. So I enjoy the manner in which they present these areas in the game, and the actual specific design for each of the levels individually is fantastic. I will remember, Mr. Kitty. You can't tell me Sony bought Bluepoint and they got the free pass to not drop a single tweet since the launch of PS5. It's gonna happen. I don't see it happening any other way. Oh, I hope it is. Bluepoint has gone the entire PS5 generation without dropping anything. That's super rare to happen to any company in games. Yeah, I agree. That's very strange. And that purchase was it made me very hopeful, but I don't know what the hell they're doing, man. You never know what the guys in suits and offices are thinking of. You know they don't hold controllers in their hands, so they don't have their ear to the ground listening to what the fans want and stuff like that. They're just like, well, how much sales did this have and that? Let's replicate this, reboot this one because this one made us money. That's why there's not a lot of, you don't see a lot of new IPs, things like that. They're trying to be safe and just reboot a bunch of crap. Good stuff. That was my impersonation of rich people. I also had stated that previously, Mr. Kitty, about a PlayStation 6 remake and Bloodborne. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think everybody's anticipated a Bloodborne remake or remaster in some point. And we've all been proven wrong, sadly. But the future is now. So who knows? We could be It could be right around the corner, right? Alright, so we have this pathway here, and then we also have whatever's over here as courtyard, which, let me see. I came from those steps. This is an elite enemy. We'll have an elite enemy to defeat here. There it is. Come here, you pretty bastard. Kiss me. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 9 hits. I lost count. No! I'm dead. I need a heal. I'm missing all of my guards. My brink guards. Lovely. Thank you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I totally missed that. His other foot blocked me from guarding. Don't you be in a frenzy. Don't do it. I'm using all my heals. Are you? What is he doing? He's refrenzied. Alright, Super Saiyan Kaioken mode right here. Oh, come on. Ugh, got it. I got it that time. Well, that was rough. My gosh. I'm standing in a pool of plague. Lovely. Alright, good stuff. I'm appreciating the accent and boardroom voice. Oh, thank you. I work really hard on that. I've clearly been in many boardrooms before. I know what they think. Simpletons. How they think. I bought a PS5 simply because of Demon Souls as well. That's the reason why I purchased it. That is 100% why I purchased it. That's so awesome. Who are you? Oh, that's not an NPC. Okay, that's a way down. Like, what the heck? Well, there's so many different pathways. So this door will lead to something. I'm not going this way yet. I'm still plagued, by the way. There was something else, wasn't there? I was like, there's stairs here. Yeah, here. A ladder. There it is. Bottom line is they only care about money, and that's one way to make the most out of every game that everyone wants. Yeah, you would think, right? You would think it would be that easy, but even when it's simple decisions like that that don't require any intelligence, that's the ones that they deliberate on the most. The hell is this? The Three Stooges came to help me open the box? Open that, demons. Big empty room. So they would have been up top probably. Okay. Lovely. Now we can go back down. Go back towards that creature that we just defeated. Ah, yes. I love fall damage. That's why a lot of us did. Oh, yeah. They forced my hand, says Matthias. Oh, it's funny. Oh yeah, and in the delivery, you're gonna love how handle with care, and then like drop kick it while it's at your door. I yelled at the delivery guy the other day because he dropped my package, and I was like, "You understand what's in here?" And I was like, what package and what contents would be safe for you to slam down like that? And he was like, "Oh, sorry, it came out of my hand." I was like, "It came out of your hands." Like, y'all do this shit all the time. I was very mad. It's like, don't lie about it. You just don't care about your job. Because you're young and foolish. And you don't care about other people's stuff. Because you don't have respect. You have no morals. No scruples, you. Don't be throwing my box down because you're mad you have to drive a truck around every day. I think that'd be kind of fun. At least in the proper weather, I think it'd be kind of fun.
Could she be in Oldavir Castle?
Oldavir Castle. Oh, I figured. I knew I heard something. Get him in the nards. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Spear to the nards. Actually, javelin. Sorry, gotta use the right terminology. Javelin. These sink, so we gotta be careful with these. I'm curious. What the heck, man? I got hit so hard there. Stop hitting me, fool. I'm about to die. I'm gonna die so hard. There's no way I make it up this tower, right? There's no way. I used to work for FedEx, and I'm telling you, they throw everything they get in the warehouse. Every single thing you order will get thrown. I know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. However, Nintendo isn't so lucky because I could care less about Duskbloods and its Night Rain reskin shenanigans, thus Switch 2 is placed on the back burner for now. Yeah, that makes sense. New Lords of the Fallen update today just dropped. Oh, nice. They have the co-op thing, right? If I'm not mistaken, they pretty much make it to where you can play seamlessly. It's like seamless co-op essentially, and you can play with any other consoles. It's cross-console or whatever you want to call it. So it's really cross-platform. Really, really exciting in my opinion. Those are great changes. That game has delivered so much in terms of content and updates that it's very impressive. Where do we go now? Yeah, but that I think dropped yesterday if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully we get some news about Lords of the Fallen 2 at the Game Awards show tonight. I will be streaming the Game Awards tonight. It's 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern. I'm dead. I will be playing, watching that. New bosses, faster, smarter enemies, new veteran mode, new boss weapon animations, and just from what I'm seeing in the trailer. Oh wow, that's different from the. They did an update like very recently. I think it was yesterday, talking about how they were so proud that they finally delivered on the co-op thing. That's insane. So that's awesome. New bosses and everything. Well, that's gonna be fun for the Fists Only run, isn't it? We're gonna do a Fists Only challenge run for Lords of the Fallen. I've beaten Lords of the Fallen, but I beat it off stream because I was working on a 100% guide for you guys. I never played it on stream though, so I will stream that game at some point before the release of the sequel. So we have a lot of games to play. After Khazan, like I said, it's AI Limit or Neo 2. I think AI Limit is relatively short, so I might do that one first, then jump into Neo 2 prior to Code Vein's release. But yeah, that'll be fun. Got a lot of awesome games to explore and discover, and that'll help me clear out the backlog too, honestly. Oh, so I can interrupt that. Okay, good. Sometimes they can poise through, and sometimes they can't, so I was keeping it like kind of classy there, but didn't need to. That's awesome. Tons of content for Lords of the Fallen, man. They've done so well and keeping that game alive. And I loved every second of it. I beat it before it got nerfed, and my gosh, it was... The enemy density in Umbral was just so unforgiving. Like, you couldn't pause the game to look at what you picked up. So I was like, it's going to be very difficult to do a 100% guide. Because at any point in time, if I'm in Umbral, like, I'm being pursued by hundreds of these little bastards. Can't read item descriptions, can't do any of these things that I normally would. Then they nerfed it pretty significantly, but man, it was an experience. But they improved that game to where it's nearly unrecognizable. I'm gonna install it right now and see what's up. Too many games, I know. But Lords of the Fallen's fantastic. I loved it. I love the original and I love the reboot. Big fan of that series and that company. That dev company is great. I mean, they've done some great things. They're the same ones that put Surge together, if I'm not mistaken. And the Surge is very, very good. Matthias, it's a good thing you mentioned when you're streaming the Game Awards Inhuman, because YouTube annoyingly so only gives so many notifications when you're streaming, which I believe is only 3 from a channel per day. Yeah, you get limited, and it's only then once every 5 days that you get proper notifications. You get limited notifications, but proper like notifications once every 5 days. So it's so dumb because it's like they push you to always make content, do something every single day, and do this and that. But it's like, but we're not going to tell your subscribers. 1.0 was nuts. Oh, it was insane. But I beat it, and I was like, the hell? I was like, how am I going to do a guide? Because in the guide, you pick up an item. You're like, okay, guys, we picked this up. And I couldn't be like, okay, we picked up 20 different items. Now that I'm not in Umbral, we just go over everything. Like, it was just going to be chaos, you know? This is chaos. But I will be streaming 6:30 tonight, which is 7:30 Eastern. And hopefully the stream holds up. I've been having some strange issues with streaming the last, like, 2 weeks. Where it's just been cutting off and skipping over to the next streams. I don't know what's happening. Like, all software is updated. The only thing is, I think I'm just going to have to convert to Windows 11 again, because it, like, undid it somehow. And Windows 11 I was hating, but we'll see. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. But I really just want to make it to where whenever you guys join the stream, you guys can experience, like, a fun, like, stress-free, frustration-free stream, because you can just enjoy the content, and there's not issues with connectivity and canceling out, things like that. Why would your subscribers need to be in the know? Exactly. Why do they need to know anything? Why do they need to know when I'm posting? It's not like my life depends on their viewership. My actual life is in your eyeballs. The power of your eyeballs. Okay, so I think that's the intended path. Let's go search the rest of this. Stop. Lovely. The stream has held up though this entire time since. I don't know what is impacting the stream negatively. Like, I just don't. I wish I could find a way to, like, troubleshoot or something. I'm not getting any information that's telling me even when it's, like, shutting down, other than you guys saying, like, hey, what happened? What happened? So I'm like, oh. Aldevir's disk fragment. Huh. Interesting, okay. Okay. Whoa, that's a big sum. That's a big... It's a big boy. Have at you, demon! What's he doing? He's enraging. Now you're dead. He took too long to enrage. I can scream too, beast of madness. You're nothing. My rage far exceeds yours. This is very Bloodborne. Werewolves and little churches and stuff. Oh, look at the Zeus guy. Oh, he's dead. I don't think we picked up all the stones. We're still 2 stones shy of a full bag. Okay, you are in the way now. We have this path. Okay, yeah. Mr. Chaos Man. What the? Who the? Who is hitting me? It must be the skeletons that or the skulls I'm completely forgetting about. Okay, there's an entire thing up there. This guy. No secret books to interact with, no bookshelf type things like before, like in the laboratory. Isn't it obvious, Inhuman? What's impacting your stream negatively is your inability to praise Astrobot. Your praise for Astrobot will feed the algorithm nicely. Oh yes. Just kidding, of course. Yeah, that's probably what my problem is. If I worship Jeff Keighley more, I think I'd get my stream to work better. Come on, you. He's kind of snuck that one in there, didn't he? There must be a mage. I'm sick of this. Okay. Just gonna completely miss. Okay. Lovely. I'm gonna ladder up here. Man, we got so many different pathways. I think we just commit to one and then we go back as soon as we know it's the wrong way. Oh, that was, yeah. I mean, I think Astrobot's fantastic. It's such an amazing game. But it doesn't have the full package in terms of, you know, a game that can deliver a whole story and this and that and the other. And it was very disappointing to see that Black Myth Wukong got beat out because that was an experience, man. And it was just very, very disappointing that they were able to pull that off. And that's when I learned, or I was not recognized. I was reminded that the thing that matters most is who you know, not what you know. And so it wasn't the fact that it was one of the best, it was the best-selling game and whatever else, and it was the fact that, hey, Wukong wasn't giving kickbacks to Jeff Keighley, so it wasn't lining his pocket. So PlayStation was at the time, so oh, we had to make sure we swing off the nard sack that is PlayStation. So very disgusting things they do, all in the pursuit of money. And there's a book that I've read, it says bad things about people like that. That's the Bible. I didn't even bother buying it. I think I didn't buy the new one. I bought the one that, well, I didn't buy the one that came with the PlayStation, but there was one that comes with the PlayStation, like the PS5. And it was an incredible demonstration for how cool you could make the DualSense controller, or not DualShock, DualSense. And no other game has ever utilized the DualSense controller as it should, I think, is intended to be used. But because of they kind of go safe, I was like, let's make it rumble. Let's make it vibrate. That's about the extent that you get with this, you know, devs. But in Astrobot, they use so many different types of features on the DualSense. I loved it. I think it was fantastic. My daughter loved the game, and I think we played it together. She like no damaged the boss when she was like super duper young. It was amazing. The T-Rex and all that stuff, no damage both phases. It was amazing. I even recorded it because it was happening at that time. It was so cool. But you know, it's a great memorable game. It's just unfortunately it was not better than as a full package than Black Myth Wukong. It's just that Black Myth Wukong, I guess Jeff Keighley's ties in China didn't line his pockets as nicely, so he's like, you know what? Astrobot. And I think that's lame. Very lame. No, I like Ad. He's cute. He's super cute. And it's not his fault. It's Jeff Keighley's fault. I blame Jeff Keighley. It's not little Astrobot. Give me the Jarling. I don't care. Hit me. Okay, all Jarlings sent. So I think I have 4 out of 5 soul stones, which is correct. So we're getting closer, guys. We're doing things. If I wanted Temu Mario, I'd buy a Switch. Temu Mario. Astrobot Playroom. Yeah. Oh, here's a secret book. Walter says, sorry, I'm going to have to go incognito to end of stream. I have a meeting at 2:30 and saying that I have good rest of your day in Human Incha. Absolutely, Walter. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you have a great day. And I hope to see you tomorrow, my friend. Have a great meeting. And thank you so much for stopping by today. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on stream. I guess we go to the secret area. Yeah, oh, here you go. 5. That's the 5th one. There you go. I thought it was going to be a whole area, but it's not. Later, Walter. Have a great day, says Matthias. Absolutely. Have a great day. Have a good meeting. Kick butt. Corporate is yours for the taking. Alright, that's weird. How does one get over here? I have to break through there, I guess, huh? That is odd. That's the only way I can potentially break through there would be from that little hole in the wall. Okay. Let's see if we can even break it. Usually you can, and I'd imagine a spear would do the job. Yep, okay, we're good. So we'll come from there. Oh, I love being observant. And there it is right there, just on the other side. The boss is right along the way, and there's a lift as well, so that's interesting. Let's do this quick. Undelivered letter. My dearest Tristan, have you prepared yourself for the battles ahead? Since you left, chaos has engulfed Aldevir Castle. Servants are dying one by one, their bodies marked with strange blood spots. They're calling it a plague, but I can't shake the feeling that there's more to it. Oh, how I wish I could lean on your wisdom to guide us through the storm. But don't worry about me, Guido. Guido, really? Has rushed to my side, and Father is also hard at work trying to sort out this whole affair. The truth should come to light before too long. There must be never a moment's rest for General of your caliber, even with Hismar defeated. I pray this war will end soon so that we can be together once again. Interesting. What were you doing on my payroll? He was doing some things on the clock I don't approve of. Let's see, we're gonna go this way. That's the boss then. So this lift leads to where? Let's go find out. Red eyes. Oh, hey, there's stuff there. Okay, I gotta go back up. Shortcuts. Rock says, fine, I'm sorry. Is this an amazing boss or something? This is where I should have come from. Yep. This is it. By golly. This is it. We're gonna go this. Whoa! Okay. Uh-oh. I didn't know you could just fall through all the cracks. Rox is excited about this fight. I will defeat whatever this boss is in Rox's name today. Up, I say. What the balls, dude. You can't dash off of corners at ledges, which is you appreciate only in the worst of times. Ah, chestices. We love the chestices. Whoa! We have all kinds of different relics that we can use to awaken certain spirits, which is pretty cool because at this point we've unlocked quite a few, I'd say. Kind of mixed up. There you go. Oh, I can just go here. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. My evil laugh. We're gonna go all the way to the top, tag the Blade Nexus yet again, and then we're gonna go through the gate, kill this boss. It is time. Water. Oh, his feetsies are blue. Millennia? Divine Dragon. Millennia. Oh, it's Ranni. Ranni the Witch.
Khazan, so you survived after all, I see. That's disappointing.
Ozma, where is he?
The great General Khazan. I never understood what Ozma saw in you.
Sora?
Always talking you up all the time. Very annoying. Why would he need you when he already had me?
Jealous. So this is the jellyfish lady. Also one of the bosses in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Thank you for the strength you've given me, Master Ozma. Now Khazan will die.
Love that. What the ball? She is a jellyfish lady. I was just messing around. She kind of had jellyfishness to her, and the water thing that kind of threw me off. Yeah, I mean, that made me think. Led me to believe. I know you guys never believe me. Like, you've played this before, I promise. I don't have nearly as much time as you guys think I do. To play games clandestine-like. That was a grab. And I don't ever watch anybody else, so I'm just mean. I'm just kidding. I don't watch other creators, typically. You know what, I'm gonna do this for now. Give myself a little breather. She has no stamina whatsoever. Do something! Wasting all my stuff here. What the hell is this, man? A phase that she's just floating around for 10 minutes?
What did he ever see in you?
That's ridiculous. Watch the next Planet of the Apes movie it'll pit apes versus robots, and robot named Astro beat the main protagonist named Sun. Sun Wukong. That'd be terrible. You know, there is the one Planet of the Apes movie I haven't seen yet. That's like Planet. You know, it's like I forget what it is. It's the last one in the trilogy that they rebooted or whatever. It's like Caesar's little boy is now taking over, I think. I don't remember, but I'd like to see it. Oh my gosh, I got hit with every single attack there. Big delay, that's gonna throw me off every time. Alright, I'm pissed. So this is gonna be a dodge kind of run. I think we can parry some of this. I am so frustrated with this fight. This is the weird, like, so it's a good fight, but the problem with my frustration with it is that every time you get hit, it breaks your rhythm, and it feels just like a really big, severe punishment. It shouldn't feel that significant every 2 seconds or every time you're getting struck, right? Because you don't have like poise and stuff like that. So it's a thing that it breaks the rhythm in a way that is negative, yes, to show that you're being punished for missing a block or a guard or whatever, but gosh, it's an ugly feeling. It's frustrating to feel it second after second. Like, that is something that at least you should have some sort of poise, immunity, or something. You're not getting spammed, you know? That creates frustration to me. So then it forces you to then do flawless execution with your brink guards, which means you have to fight the boss repeatedly, which may or may not be the good experience for everybody, right? So it's just something that I know. That was a grab. I totally heard it, but I didn't react. What the hell are you supposed to do there? I could try and parry, but there's one that has like this chiming sound to it. I could parry that one, maybe I reflect it back to her or something. But if she's floating around for that long, when you sprint, you're burning through stamina. So I can't sprint indefinitely. I can't spam dodge indefinitely. So I'm gonna go with Brink Guard. I don't know how I missed that. The grab gets me every time. It's a good one. It's quick. Alright, so what do we do here? We just guard? The fingers hurt. Come on, Peaches. What are you doing? There's a blue jellyfish too, I noticed, that is not there. And the rest are purple, so that could be something too. This is like the Lady of the Pond 2.0 Chicken Edition from Wuchang and giving me nasty flashbacks, except this one spams jellyfish. She's kind of pissing me off. Kind of cheap. I don't like that phase attack she does, and I literally perfect guarded like, I don't know how many strikes at once. Which I know that's probably not the intended path, but intended thing to do, but. So I'm too early on that, okay. And I love all this phase. Like the phase where she's not flying around is great. So there's a mechanic that I'm not understanding in that phase when she's flying around that's causing the frustration. But it's a good fight. All the boss fights are incredible in this game. Stop! I'm trying to aim for this, the free aim for this, the jellyfish, but it keeps locking onto her. So I'll just remove lock on altogether. I wasn't even trying to lock. I pressed R3, but I might have accidentally locked back onto her. That was the quickest death so far. Do, do, do. Was this all transmogged or am I gonna... Okay, yeah. Actually, let me check. I think I transmogged it, right? So I should always look... Okay, I'll always look the same. Okay, what are we wearing, though? I want to make sure I'm wearing something that actually helps. Stamina damage increase is much better, in my opinion. But it's heavy as hell. Potent blow damage increase, 20%. Love that. Wizard? This is not bad. Brutal attack health recovery is pretty solid here. You know, I'm fine with either one, honestly. This is heavy as all get out. Jeez. This would make me a B, wouldn't it? Don't I have golden pauldrons here? So I have golden helm. Where was the rest of the golden stuff? It didn't give me the full set. Why is that? Yeah, that's so weird. So yeah, I get nothing of that I care about for the benefit of that. Okay, so that sucks. Huh, that's weird. Netherworld energy increase, that's like another heal, is it not? I think it is. That's pretty cool. The set bonuses are fantastic. All right. Since I'm here, might as well go ahead and upgrade my ability. Full power and strength. Let's go. Get that up to 40 as well, and then we'll do the same for endurance. Vitality and stuff, I mean, it doesn't truly matter. If you're not getting hit, right? Obviously, I'm getting hit quite a bit, but it's fine. Besides the point. Alright, jellyfish lady. Oh, I thought I dodged that. It's okay. What does this do? I can't even hit the jellyfish. I hit it and it didn't even register contact. 25 on vitality is fine. Yeah, I agree. Vitality's, I mean, you're gonna get crunched anyways. Inhuman, you gotta go getting back into your Inhuman mentality. You gotta be like, Lady Death can have me only when I allow it. I love it. I'm trying to figure out that phase too, man. If I figure that out, she's toast. Like, this is not a hard, this is a great fight. That part is miserable. There's nothing more satisfying than a perfect counterattack. And this game nails that feeling. You're not having my soul today. And my theory is that the blue jellyfish is unique, so it's got to have some significance to it, but I could be completely wrong. What are you doing, girl? Sorry to burst your bubble. No pun intended. That was a grab. That was a grab, all right. I'm gonna shoot your ass. Oh, you know what? It's not gonna work because I don't have the resistance for it, so. You can't even heal. Don't care about the blue jellyfish, just run. Okay. That was what I was trying to do. That was my just run attempt. Stamina is not cheap. Sprinting is not cheap in this game. The hell attack is that? Never seen that before, and we've died to her like 20 times. Too early. All right. She's slow enough there that I could try reflection. That was cheap. We almost had her. Run, Forrest, run. That's what I feel like. I feel like Forrest Gump. An ad conveniently and more appropriately, so inconveniently interrupted you, Inhuman, exactly when you read my comment. Oh, I was reading it and I was like, that is what I need to do. I was like, but I need to figure out phase 2. And we've tried to use different tactics, and now running is just seemingly one of the more effective ones. Against my better judgment, running is working. Ew. I didn't get any health from that because I didn't attack her from the correct angle, and unfortunately because I do a brutal attack from a different angle, then I'm only gonna get spirit, not health, so yikes. Die, fish lady. See, what the hell am I supposed to do there? That's the one, the chingy, the ching. That's the one that means it's gonna lock onto you no matter what. That one hit, guys. That was so painful. Ka-ching! Oh, she didn't even go counterattack mode on that one. Until the second go around, that was weird. I'm dead. Okay. No, you fool. I had to do something desperate because she had no stamina. I was trying to knock her out of the air. Rock says, you got her now. Just tell yourself, Inhuman, you're not running. You're strategically evading a quickened pace. Ah, yes. I'm not running away. I'm simply evading at a quickened pace. I love that. Run, but don't touch the red jellyfish. Yeah, they blow up. The blue one. See, the new one. Okay, I knew the blue one was worth something. Okay, cool. Lovely. Still got it. That third one gets me every time. I knew I should have healed, but I was like, if I die, it's because I'm gonna whiff a really huge guard. And I did. Oh, this boss. Oops. This is a good fight. I just don't like that aerial phase because if you don't have water defense, you're kind of screwed. You're gonna take chip damage even if you perfectly guard all those strikes, which is no fun. I'm gonna die here. Yep. We died. Run, but don't touch. Okay. Yep, know your feelings. Oh, it's such a good fight, though. This is a really good fight. I would like to beat her before the end of today's stream, though. Low, I was low on stamina, so I had to stand there in front of her like for a little bit, like a crazy person. That third one always gets me. Oh, I need a heal. Oh, that's annoying. No! I almost had her. We probably have a time for at least 2 more tries, 2 more good tries. That was awesome. That was so close. Some stamina back right here. Did not realize how much damage I take even on a good counterattack on that one. My gosh. That's so much damage. That's so much damage on a counterattack. Nice, you're improving. Yeah, it just... I don't know if I have enough time. I got like 1 more minute. The alarm will go off any second now. Probably the last attempt right here before we have to take her on for tomorrow. Oh, I missed the reflect. I've been trying to get the reflections every once in a while, as you might have noticed. That waterfowl blast she does at the end, like in the phase, whatever, that hurts a lot, even when I get the perfect guard. Oh, that cost me some damage. It cost me 2 hits there, a grab and a giant purple wave. Missed all those. Okay, that isn't... It was like those 50 beams that hit me. That was my test. Okay, so now I know just to dodge through that one as well. Second time here. Yep. I've learned you, Troka. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get this last bit of damage. Oh, she's doing this stupid attack I hate. Last heal right there. So we can't get hit again, pretty much. Have to dodge this. And that's a lot more deceptive than I anticipated. It's a lot faster than you think, actually. Three times? Let's go. Whoo. Rock says, after the 2 runs, dash forward on the raining attack and finish with a perfect parry when she descends to you. Very nice, well done. Yay! We did it, guys. That was an excellent way to end the stream, too. Probably my favorite boss so far. It used to be the Blade Phantom. Blade Phantom was my favorite for the longest. Troka is an amazing fight. Maluka's very good too. But I think Elamain's probably one of the worst fights. I think now Troka is the best fight so far we've experienced. Just below that, probably Blade Phantom, probably Maluka. Worst fight, Elamain. GG's! That was amazing. That was so much fun. I'm gonna start putting on my shoes as we watch the rest of this cutscene, so 1 second.
Master Ozma.
Enough. Lower your voice. You still haven't killed her. Why not?
Please, Master. I just need a little more time.
I've shared knowledge and power with you, yet you still hesitate.
Alright. Once we finish this cutscene
Too much. Find her.
and kill her.
Kill her.
You prefer Maluka? Maluka was fantastic. But there's something about that fight. It just feels really good. The projectile phase was a bother at first, but once I realized, okay, perfect parry the one and then dodge through the rest, it was kind of neat. Kind of neat. Oh man. Okay guys, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by today. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our stats, get some of this strength up, and aside from that, we're going to be jumping into Khazan tomorrow as well. I hope that there are no stream issues. I really appreciate you guys' patience so much as I'm trying to work my way through these issues with the streaming issues. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can possibly imagine would be just the Windows 11 weird reversion that it did. So everything else is updated, every single thing, drivers and everything you can possibly think of. So I don't know what else it would be. So I'm going to do my best to try and troubleshoot. And hopefully tonight's stream at 6:30 p.m. when we're watching the Game Awards show will be nice and smooth, and we can continue on from that point. This weekend I will update to Windows 11 yet again, and then hopefully that'll fix it. But I really appreciate your guys' patience with me, and sometimes when the stream doesn't work out, because I know you could go easily to another more established stream and just watch a perfectly, nice stream and great, fidelity and no stuttering, no issues and things like that. So I appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you so much for staying patient and believing in me. It helps me continue forward. We're going to make sure this thing's nice and crispy at some point. After this weekend, there should be no further issues with it if I update to 11. So thank you guys so much again for your patience. Rock says, I prefer Maluka. Don't forget Khazan members. I will not. Tired Cat says, bye. Thanks for the hang. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And thank you for being the best part of my channel. Until next time, it's the Inhuman one signing out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you guys this evening if you're watching the Game Awards show. And if not,